Welcome viewers. Today we are going to start with exercise 8.3 of class 8 mathematics, comparing quantities. When we borrow some money from bank, we have to pay some interest. Similarly, when we deposit some money in bank gives us interest. Interest is calculated on two basic principles. Either it is simple interest, in that case the principal amount remains the same, or it is compound interest, in which the amount for calculation in the next year is equal to the initial amount plus the interest, and it is compounded at specific interval. So question number 1, calculate the amount and compound interest on part A, 10,800 for 3 years at 12.5 per annum compounded annually. So the amount at the end of n number of years is equal to the principal amount multiplied by 1 plus rate of interest divided by 100 to the power n. So if it is compounded annually, then this indicates n number of years. So the amount for 3 years, so the amount, that is the principal amount in this case, is 10,800 rupees, and the rate of interest is 12.5. So we write it as 25 by 2. 12.5 is 25 by 2 into 100 to the power. This is for 3 years. Now this rate of interest is annually, and also the amount is compounded annually. So we don't have any problem. We get n is equal to 3. So let's solve this. So here we reduce it. So we get 0. This is 4. So we have, this is 8 plus 1, 9 by 8. So we get the value as 9 cube, that is 729, divided by 8 into 8 into 8. Now we get this amount is equal to 4. Now after simplifying to this extent, you will go into decimal. So I have already done the calculation. We get the value as 15. So this is AN. So in this case, amount at the end of 3 years is this much. And we have also to find out the interest. So this is the total amount. This principal amount will become after 3 years. That is 10,800 will be 15,377 rupees and 34 paise. Now the interest, so compound interest will be equal to 15,377.34 minus this principal amount, that is 10,008. So we get this as 4,577.34 rupees is the interest. Clear? Question 1b. Amount is 18,000 rupees and it is for 2.5 years at 10% per annum compounded annually. So we have the principal value as 18,000, and this is for 2.5 years, and it is said that compounded annually. So what we are going to do, we have to take, and that is time period as 2 years, and after that on that obtained amount we'll calculate simple interest and add to it, and we'll get the resultant amount. So in this case, this will be 1 plus rate of interest is 10% and it is annual. So, and we are considering for initial 2 years out of 2.5 years. So let's solve this. We get the value as 11 into 11. This will be 10 plus 1 square. So 11 into 11, and here will be 10 into 10, 10 square. This is multiplied. Clear? So we give this as, this will cancel. We have this value as 180 into 121, 11 square. So we multiply it as, so we multiply with 180, we give 0 here. So this is the amount after 2 years. Now we have to calculate for another 6 months. So on this we apply simple interest. So do calculation here. Simple interest again is 10% per annum, and this is for 6 months, that is half annum. So automatically we'll get simple interest on this amount will be equal to 21780 into 10%, that is 10 by 100, and this is for half year. Clear? 6 months. So let's solve this. We'll have so this is the amount of interest for 6 months. Total amount is equal to 21780 plus this interest 1089. So we get it as 9. So this amount after 2.5 years will be 22,869 rupees, and total interest will be, we have to find the interest component out of it first. So total interest is equal to form 21780 minus, take it here only, minus 18,000. So this will be 3,780, and to it will add this amount, that is for 6 months. So take it here only, 1089. So get the value as 9. So total interest is equal to 4,869 rupees. Clear? Part C. Amount is 62,500. So 62,500 is principal amount for 1.5 years at 8% per annum compounded half yearly. Now this amount is getting compounded half yearly, and rate of interest is 8% per annum. So in 1.5 years there will be 3 half years. So we get n is equal to 3. So rate of interest is 8% per annum. So it will be 8 by 2, that is half of it in every 6 months in half year, and 100. So we get this expression. Let's solve this. So we get this as 62 into 25 plus 1, 26, this cube divided by 25 into 25 into 25. So this is equal to 625 is 25 square. So this goes, this goes. This is 100, and this 25 we 100. So we get this as 4 into 26 cube. I have already calculated, it comes out to 17,576. So this is equal to we have this value as 70,304. the amount after 1.5 years. So amount after 1.5 years is equal to this much, and interest will be 70,000 minus the principal amount. So this is interest, 7,804 rupees. Clear? Part D, amount is 8,000 rupees for 1 year at 9% per annum compounded half yearly. Again, like previous one. So interest is 9% per annum. So interest is 9 by 2, half of that per half years, that is in 6 months, because it is getting compounded half yearly. So in 1 year there are 2 half years. To solve this, we'll get this as 8,000 into, this will be 209 into 209 divided by 200 into 200, 209 square, and this will be 200 square. So this reduces to 2 into 209 square. I've already calculated that. It comes to be 4,3681. This is 209 square. And multiply this. We get the value as 87. We have mixed here a 2. It was 2719 into 2. We get it as, okay, fine. We have got 10 here. So this 10 is left out here. So we're not considering. So you get this value as by 10. That's amount to 8,736.20. So this is the amount. So this is amount after 1 year is equal to this much. Interest, compound interest, is equal to 8736.2 divided by is equal to 20. So interest is equal to rupees 7,000. Clear? Party amount is 10,000 rupees for 1 year at the rate 8% per annum. So, and it is compounded half yearly. So interest will be 8 by 2 for half year. This is 100 and 2 half year in 1 year. So let's solve this. We get this as 10,000 into. So this 25, this is 4, and this 100, this takes, and this is 4. So we have got 16 into 26 square, that is 676, and this is equal to 16. So the amount is 10,816. Amount after 1 year is equal to 10,816 rupees. Interest, compound interest, is equal to 10,816 minus 10,000. That equals to 816. So compound interest is equal to rupees 860. Clear? Question number 2. Kamla borrowed 26,400 from a bank to buy a scooter at the rate of 15% per annum compounded yearly. What amount will she pay at the end of 2 years and 4 months to clear the loan? So, let's calculate the amount to be paid at the end of 2 years, which is by compound interest. So, principal amount 26,400, and this is at the rate of 15% per annum, and this is for 2 years. So, we get the values as 26. This is 23 square divided by 20 into 20. So, this equals to 466 into 23 square is equal to 529, and this when computed gives 34914, already calculated. So this is at the end of 2 years, and we have to calculate 4 months interest, which is simple interest. So simple interest is equal to the principal amount, that is 34914, into rate of interest is 15% per annum. So for duration, and in this case is 4 months, that equals to 1/3 year, and we divide this with 100. So we get it as 5. So we have divided by 100. So this is the simple interest on this amount for 4 months. So at the end of the payable amount, at the end of 2 years, 4 months is equal to this amount, that is 34914 plus this interest, that is 1745.70. This equals to 70. So 36,659 rupees 70 paise is the amount to be paid by Kamala at the end of 2 years and 4 months. Clear? Question number 3. Fabina borrows 12,500 at the rate 12% per annum for 3 years at simple interest, and Radha borrows the same amount for the same time period at 10% per annum compounded annually. Who pays more interest and by how much? So let's calculate for Fabina. She borrows 12,500. So this is the principal amount for 3 years. So we are calculating interest to be paid. So interest to be paid by Fabina this is at the rate of 12% and for 3 years. So this is simple interest, and this we calculate as 125 into 36, and this equals to 4,500. So Fabina has to pay 4,500 rupees at the end of 3 years. Now Radha borrowed the same amount. So in case of Radha, that is we'll be calculating compounded amount to be paid by compound interest. So Radha has to pay the amount. This is the principal amount, the same, into 1 plus rate of interest in this case is 10 by 100, and this is compounded annually and time period is 3. So the amount will be into, this is 100 into, okay, 10 into 10 into 10, and this will be 11 cube. So this will be, and 125 into 11 cube, that is 1331, equals to 166,375, already calculated, divided by 10 is 10. So we get the value as 16,637.5. This is the total amount. Now interest, compound interest paid by Radha is equal to 16,637.5 minus 12,500. So that's equal to 4,137 rupees. Now we have to find who pays more interest. So of course Sabina pays more interest, and the amount paid more by Sabina is equal to 4500 minus 4137.5. So this equals to the amount paid more by Sabina is 362 rupees and 50 paise. Clear? Question number 4. I borrowed 12,000 from Jamshed at 6% per annum simple interest for 2 years. Had I borrowed this sum at 6% per annum compound interest, what extra amount would I have to pay? So let's calculate first the simple interest. Okay, so simple interest to be paid, this is equal to the principal amount into rate of interest, that is 6%. Duration is 2 years. So we get the values as so this is the simple interest at the end of 2 years. Let's calculate the compound interest. So the amount, principal amount is 12,000. Rate of interest is 6% compounded yearly, and it is for 2 years. So we get the values as 12,000 into, this is 106 into 106 divided by 100 into 100 square. So we get the values of this calculation already calculated as 134,832 divided by 10. So put a decimal here. This is amount. Compound interest is equal to 134,832.2 minus the principal amount, that is 12,000. This equals to 1,483.2. Now, what extra I have to pay? if calculation is by compound interest, will be the amount, extra amount is equal to 1483.2 minus 1440. This will be, so the extra amount to be paid if this principal amount is borrowed at the rate of 6% compounded annually will be 43 rupees 20 paise. Clear? Question number 5. Vasudevan invested 60,000 at an interest rate of 12% per annum compounded half yearly. What amount would he get at the end of 6 months? So, the principal amount is 60,000. This is at the rate of 12% per annum, that is, and this is compounded half yearly. So, rate of interest is 12 per annum and this is compounded yearly. So, half yearly, because we are calculating for 6 months and it is compounded half yearly. So, every half year it will be half the interest. So, it will be 12 by 2. And this is for duration 6 months. Compounded half yearly, 6 months is equal to half year. So, in this case, n will be 1. So, we get the values as 60,000 into 106 divided by 100. So this will be 2 zeros. Sorry. 6. So amount after 6 months is equal to 63,600 rupees. Now, the second one, after 1 year, so the principal amount is 60,000. This is at the rate 12% per annum compounded half yearly. So, interest will reduce to 12 by 2 for half year. And this is for 1 year, that is 2 half year. So, n will be 2. When you calculate this, you get this as 60,000 into 6. 106 into 106 divided by 100 into 100. So, you get the value as 60 into 106 into 106. That's already calculated, is equal to 67,460 rupees. So, this is amount after 1 year. This 1 year is equal to 6 months. Clear? Question number 6. Arif took a loan of 80,000 rupees from a bank. If the rate of interest is 10% per annum, find the difference in amounts he would be paying after 1.5 years if the interest is, in first case, compounded annually, and in second case, compounded half yearly. So, principal amount 80,000 rupees and the rate of interest is 10%. So, and it is compounded yearly, and we are calculating for 1 year because for the next 6 months it will be half year and it will be payable in simple interest. So, in this case will be 1. So, we get this as 80,000 into 11 divided by 10. So, we get the value as 88,000. This is the amount payable after 1 year. Now, we have to calculate on this principal amount interest to be paid for rest 6 months, that is half year. So simple interest on principal amount, that is this one, 88,000 for 6 months, that is half year. Rate of interest is 10%. This will be equal to 4,400. Now, total amount payable will be payable after 1.5 years will be equal to 88,000 plus 4,400. This will be equal to 92,400. This is in first scenario when the interest is compounded annually. Now in second case, if the interest is compounded half yearly, principal amount in this case is 80,000 and rate of interest is 10%. But this is compounded half yearly and we are calculating for 1.5 years, that is 3 half years. So 10% compounded annually. So 10 by 2% compounded half yearly. And we are calculating for n, that is 3 half years in 1.5 years. So we get the values as 80,000 into 21 cube divided by 10 into 10 into 10. So this is 80 into 21 cube. So we have this 2 also. So this will be 2 cube, that is 8 into 10. So we have this as 8. So this is 10. Now we have 10 into 21 cube. This is equal to 9261. Calculation already done. So we get the result as 92610. That is 92,610 rupees. This is amount payable after 1.5 years compound interest half yearly. Okay, and we have already calculated total amount payable after 1.5 years compounded interest yearly. So the difference is 92,610 minus 92,400. So we get this as 210 rupees. So this is the difference if the calculation is done on same rate of interest, first case compounded yearly, and in second case compounded half yearly. Clear? Question number 7. Maria invested 8,000 rupees in a business. She would be paid interest at 5% per annum compounded annually. Find number 1. The amount credited against her name at the end of second year. So principal amount 8,000 rupees. Rate of interest is 5% and compounded yearly, and we are finding the amount after second year, that is n will be equal to 2. So we have 8,000 into 21 square divided by 20 into 20 is equal to 20 into 21 square, that is 441, and we get this value as 0. 8,820 rupees. So amount credited after second year is equal to 8,820 rupees. Second part, the interest for third year. For the third year, principal amount is 8,820, and this on this we'll calculate simple interest, that is 5% for 1 year. So the amount is 441. The interest for third year is equal to 441 rupees. Clear? Question number 8. Find the amount and the compound interest on rupees 10,000 for 1.5 years at 10% per annum compounded half yearly. Would this interest be more than the interest he would get if it was compounded annually? So, principal amount 10,000 rupees. This is at the rate 10% per annum, and it is compounded half yearly. So we have 10 by 2. Interest will be 10 by 2. And we are calculating for 1.5 years. That equals to 3 half years. So n will be equal to 3. So we have 10,000 into 21 cube divided by 20 into 20 into 20. So 5 into 21 cube is equal to 9261 divided by 4. So this calculation already done. This is equal to 11,576.25. So this is the amount which is at the end of 1.5 years. So amount 1.5 years. So the interest, compound interest, is equal to 11,576.25 minus 10,000. This equals to 1,576.25. So we have to find the amount which is equal to this one, and also the compound interest, which is rupees 1,576.25. Now, also asked, would the interest be more than the interest if it would been calculated as compounded annually? So for 1.5 years, we'll take 1 year first. 10,000 rupees compounded annually. So pre is 10,000 and 1 plus rate of interest is 10 per annum. So and is 1 year. So we get the value as 10,000 into 11 divided by 10. So this is equal to 11,000, and we have to calculate for another 6 months, that is half year. So simple interest on this principal amount 11,000 will be 11,000 into rate of interest is 10%, and this is for half year. So we get this as 10 into 5. This equals to 550. So total amount is equal to 11,000 plus 550 is equal to 11,550, and total interest is equal to 11,550 minus the original principal amount, and this is equal to 1,550, and this amount is less than this amount. So the question asked, would this interest be more than the interest if it would have been calculated as compounded annually? So answer is yes. Clear? Question number 9. Find the amount which Ram will get on rupees 4096 if he gave it for 18 months at 12.5% interest per annum, interest being compounded half year. So principal amount is 4096 and interest is 12.5%, that is 25 by 2, and this is compounded per annum. So interest for half year will be divided by 2, one more 2 here, and we are calculating for 18 months, that is 3 half years, n is equal to 3. So we have 4096 into, this is 16 plus 1, 17 cube divided by 16 cube. So we have this as 4096 into 17 cube is equal to 4913. Calculation done. Divided by 16 cube is equal to 4096. So we have the value as 4913. So amount Ram will get after 18 months is equal to 4,913 rupees. Clear? Question number 10. The population of a place increased to 54,000 in 2003 at the rate of 5% per annum. We have to find the population in 2001. So let the population in 2001 is equal to x. So at the end of 2001 there will be some population and increase will be on that population at the rate of 5%. So this increase of 5% is in compound form. So at the end of 2003, so from 2001, 2002 and 2003, that is 2 years, the population is 54,000. So 54,000 is the population in 2003, and this is equal to the population in 2001, that is x, into 1 plus rate of increase is 5% and it is per annum, and for 2 years, for 2001 to 2003. So n is equal to 2. So we get this values as this is 21 square x into x divided by 20 into 20. So x is equal to into 20 into 20 divided by 21 into 21. Okay, this is a bit complex calculation. You have to divide it and then multiply it with 20 and 50. Calculation already done, and we get this value as 48979.59 approximately. This is equal to 48980. So x is equal to this much, and x is nothing but population in 2001. Find the population in 2001. So the population in 2001 is equal to 48. Clear? We have to find also, this was first part. Second part, it has been asked what would be its population in 2005. So this is the population in 2001 and this is the population in 2003. So same way we can calculate it taking this as the base population. So P in this case will be 54,000, and 1 plus increase is 5% per annum, and from 2003 to 2005, 2 years. So this will be equal to we have 5400 into 21 into 21 divided by 20 into 20 is equal to 135 into 21 square is equal to 441, and this is equal to 59535. This calculation done already. So this is the population in 2005 is equal to 59535. Clear? Question number 11. In a laboratory, the count of bacteria in a certain experiment was increasing at the rate 2.5% per hour. Find the bacteria at the end of 2 hours if the count was initially 5,06,000. So, initial count was 5,06,000, and it was increasing at the rate of 2.5%, that is 25 by 10 per hour, and we have to find the count at the end of 2 hours. So n is equal to 2. So we get this as 506 41 square divided by 40 into 40. So this again you have to sit back and calculate it. This calculation has already been done. So this is equal to 531,616.25. So we can write it as, so the count of bacteria after 2 hours is equal to 531,616. We'll leave this back. So this will be 5,31,616. Clear? Question number 12. A scooter was bought at rupees 42,000. Its value depreciated at the rate of 8% per annum. Find its value after 1 year. So value of the scooter is 42,000, and it depreciated at the rate 8% per annum, and the amount of depreciation after 1 year will be equal to this much. So we get the values as, so this is the amount of depreciation. So value of the scooter after 1 year is equal to 42,000 rupees minus 3,360. This equals to 38,640. Clear?